All right, guys, cool stuff. I'm messing around with my new gimbal from DJI. I'm like messing around with the autofocus and for it to track me and move wherever I move. So it's pretty cool to see this technology come hand in hand. I think it's a huge help, especially if I don't have a cameraman with me, and I could get to some quality content and be able to produce more content and not need a cameraman. So I have it set up on my archery target, now I can get into a little bit more content and get more stuff out there for you guys. So right now I'm gonna break down basically my running gun setup. I just got a new pack in. I'm gonna show you the ins and outs of the functionality of what I like about it and what I'm gonna do with this pack compared to what I was using before, and how I'm gonna hunt going forward with this pack. So I'm super excited. I just cracked open the box just to take a look at it. I'm actually gonna take it out and get my hands on it for the first time right now. So check it out. So I got my bino case and everything as well. I'll go over that as well, but first I'm gonna kind of go over my pack system, and then I'll go over the bino case. So the first thing I love about this pack is just the functionality of it. So right here you have the 4-way buckle system. So for myself, I'm gonna be packing my sticks and my stand right on the back side of this pack, and it's gonna be like a one-stop shop for all my gear. And I was just playing around with the pockets. The options for molly webbing is amazing. The side pockets on the side are great for, you know, if you're out in the Midwest, you'll be able to put your spotting scope and all that tubular type of stuff right here on the double sides and have quick, easy access. For this, it's going to be definitely in my like camera arm setup. It's going to be slid into one of these sides, and then you know, whatever else gear that I'm going to kind of like flow through and place in there, so that way I just have it all in there, and I don't have to think about it, and I can just grab my pack and keep it moving. It's just, this pack is just the perfect size, perfect coloring. The frame on the back, also you have the metal frame inside here, and it can support all that weight. You know, if I really wanted to, I could cape out a deer and stack it on here with all my gear and be fine with it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up my pack with my sticks and everything real quick and kind of get a feel for what it's gonna look like. I don't have my stand. I have that up in a tree right now. So right now I'm just gonna put my sticks in there, kind of put all my gear in there, and then do a run through. The pocket style of everything is really nice. Like, you know, the way this pack is really created is just, it's perfect. It's perfect. I'm just really happy because I hate buying stuff and then returning it. So this one, I think this is gonna be my go-to pack for a very long time. And the amount of options of molly webbing on the side, you're just limitless, and it covers every category for me. So this is the X2 from Eberlestock. I'm gonna set it up, and then I'm gonna get right back with you guys. All right, guys, so I just set up my pack. Got snot dripping from my nose. It's that time of year for me. Okay, so this is what it's basically gonna look like. Pretty much all set up. And my sticks are right there on the back. It's pretty sleek looking. Obviously, I'm gonna make adjustments. I have my camera arm right here on the side. The weight of this, I mean, it's not light with all my stuff in there. I mean, I have everything that was in my bin, so that way I could kind of just run into the woods and go. The only thing I'll be missing is my stand, but that's in the woods at the moment. So right now I have my sticks on here. I have my camera up here. I have my grunt call, my rattle, everything, you name it, I have it in here. I kind of have everything kind of distributed throughout the pack. To the best of my knowledge, I'm sure I'm going to make adjustments as I start hunting more with the pack. So let's see if we could get it on real quick. All right, see how it feels on. Like I said, I mean, I'm just really impressed with this overall. What I'm excited for is I'm going to add pouches right here onto the belt strap. I'm going to show you real quick what I'm going to do with that. So Wow, once this goes on, weighs nothing. Wow, that frame. So I never had a pack like this, guys, like a Western pack like this. This is game changer. Cornball comment, but definitely is a game changer. I'm loving the way it feels, and just everything that went into this pack, I gotta give it to these guys, man. They are good at what they do. And there's a lot of good pack companies out there on the market. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all preference, but this is nice. I'll be able to just go into the woods, set up like this, one setup, done. Don't need to toy around and make adjustments night before, depending on where I'm going. I'll have my stand set up, all packed in on here, have everything I need. I don't care if I'm going up ridges, mountains, because I hunt all different types of terrain, and I'm gonna get after it. I'm so excited for this pack, and I love the way it blends in too. That earth tone is sick. It's almost like a buckskin as well. It's just phenomenal on me. Like, this is just great. I'm pumped. It makes me want to get in the woods. Send you down tight. It's like part of your body. Like I don't even care if I gotta move, you know. Like, this is perfect. I gotta run. All right, guys, so I'm gonna just do a run through of what items of gear I'm gonna be throwing into my pack. I got my saw. I have numerous bow hooks that I don't know. So saw is number one. That way, if I'm running and gunning and I find a tree that I like, but I just got to remove a couple little branches real quick that I need to chop out, this bad boy comes along, just to take away whatever I may need, or maybe I want to cut a branch, drop it in, so it gives me a little cover depending on the scenario. Then I have a bunch of bow hooks. I always like to bring you know, multiple ones, just in case I want to hang something in a certain angle, and I like the ones that extend. That way I just have a little bit more range. So bow hook is definitely an option, going in the pack. Definitely putting in my saw, simply just to cut off a couple of shooting lanes maybe, or, you know, whatever the scenario is, or the tree I go into, and when I'm running and gunning, I might have to trim a couple branches off, or cut a couple branches and bend them towards me to give a little cover, whatever the case may be. So it's always good to have the saw with you. And you know, so I have multiple options for the bow hooks. I don't like forgetting stuff, so I do like carrying. It doesn't weigh that much extra, so I do like adding an extra one in there, or if a buddy needs one, I have it. I don't really use scents a lot. I'm not a big fan of scents. I do like having the acorn scent as a cover scent. I put it on the bottom of my boots sometimes. The only time I do use it is if food and nutrition is very low in the late season, especially in New York, and they're not finding that much, you know, food in certain areas. I'll put it at the bottom of my boots. It just, you know, it gets the deer in a little bit sometimes. I had good experiences with it for late season because they're just that hungry and they're looking for it. So, you know, if that scent picks up and they find it, I had deer follow that trail on the bottom of my boots right to my tree, and there's no acorns there. And you know, maybe earlier in the season there were, but they followed it only because their stomach is just telling them to go for it. You know what I mean? So I do like using it time to time, but otherwise I do not like using it when there's already acorns all over the place, because it just doesn't make any sense. You know, they know what scent is potent and what's, you know, whatever the case may be. They're just, I'm not a fan of using scents, but to each their own. A lot of people like to use scents. I just find the best scent is no scent for me. So I try not to use any scent, but I do like to tamper and you know, mess around depending on the place, location, and time. I'll mess around with some things, and you know, I have some, you know, I don't know when I bought this or whatever. It's in my pack. I mean, if I'm bored, I'll try it, mess around, so I'll put it in my pack. So I have those two scents. I got my knife, another little pack hook just to have it, and I'm gonna be putting my sticks, all my good stuff in there, and kind of messing around with the pack right now. So I'm gonna put all this gear in there and see what I'm missing, and then I'll show you the finalization of where my items are going and how I'm packing in my stuff and what it's gonna look like going into the woods. and how it fits. So nice. You got some ticks on you? Yep. Yep. That's one thing here, is the tick situation is horrible in this area. So he's been running around searching for rabbits or deer. I don't know what else. He gets all pumped up when I say those two. So I'm not gonna try to say them any louder because he gets all crazy, and then once he's on go mode, he won't stop. So, all right guys, I'm gonna show you what the pack looks like when it's all said and done. Check it out, and I'll be right back with you guys.